Alright, hey guys, my name is JOEY Shanks, and this is a quick little tutorial on how to do a starfield time-lapse. Get a nice exposure of the sky when it's pitch black, and get, let's say, 30 different shots and put them together, and you get a really cool effect. The one thing that I'm going to recommend is, I have some lights on out right now for so I can shoot this tutorial, but really and truly, for the most part, you're probably not going to want any lights, artificial lighting. With one of these cameras, if you set the exposure to like 20 seconds or 30 seconds, that long of an exposure is going to give you enough light, and it will pick up, even like if it was a little flashlight around. With 30 seconds, shooting a little flashlight around, the camera would pick that up. So it's best to not have any lights on. Moonlight can be cool, but just be mindful of it. Usually, for the most part, it's going to be either a 15, 20 second, or 30 second exposure. So let's see what we got going on right here. Okay, I took this one earlier, and it may be tough for you guys to tell, but as you can see, the stars turned out all right, but you see the trees, they're very orange, and that's because from all these lights up above. Kind of a cool effect if that's what you're going for, but that's not what we're going for. So usually, I think 20 seconds is a good way to start, where you can kind of, if you need to go back a little bit, but to catch stars, really a good star field, I think you're going to need at least a 20-second exposure. Okay, so let's say you take the picture, comes out, make sure you want to be at infinity with your focus. Like I said, you don't want to be moving around, you want to kind of get out of the way. So one thing to do if you're at your home, out in your backyard or something, is to get one of these remote, to get a nice little, not sure what they're really called. I'm not, haven't been doing photography for long, but I really like it. But just a little switcher for, it's good remote timer for doing time-lapse photography, where you don't have to be by the camera all the time. You can go in and you can set it for, okay, I want this at every minute to take a picture, because you got to think, once it takes the picture, it's going to take at least 20 seconds for it to take the picture. So really and truly, you're thinking of a 40-second gap in between. And you also want one of these because you want it to be timed well, so the stars move in sequence. Pretty much what you do here is we're going to plug it into our little switch right here. You could really just set it. Mine goes up to 399 frames or exposures. So you could set it like that. Obviously, you want to make sure you get everything right with your color balance, your framing, make sure everything's in focus, there's not enough artificial lighting. And then once you find out you got the right shot, you're going to take the picture, you're going to set it for, I'm going to set it for a minute. And so you hit it, and if you hear that it is taking the picture right now, and for a minute, so the countdown's going. So it's going to be pretty much starting a new frame every 40 seconds. And like I said, these things are really good. They don't waste that much batteries. I got this thing for maybe $25. I got this thing a year ago, right around a year ago, and it still has the same AAA batteries in it as when I first got it. So let's see it from our exposure here. All right, pretty good. Got a nice shot of the star field here. Like I said, these lights right here, you could tell that they're illuminating the trees. Kind of a cool effect, but I don't really like it personally. So you would do that, and then if the trigger was still going, the countdown, maybe in about 10 seconds, it would then take another picture. And sometimes the best thing to do is just to leave it, the trigger, kind of just wrap it around here, and just go have a little bit of food, a snack, get a drink, and come back, in maybe 45 minutes, and see how it looks, once you're done, because you could probably only do more damage being around the camera for like bumping it or moving around. So it's best just to leave the site and come back in like 45 minutes and grab the camera, go import it. I have another tutorial on how you you import your files, you make a JPEG sequence, and it plays like a regular video file. So the trick is to make sure you're set at infinity for the focus, and to have one of these guys, so it'll be consistent exposures, timed out perfectly. So when you do play it back, it'll be nice and smooth. And a 15 to 20 second exposure is probably the best way to go. Sometimes even 30. Really, the best way you learn how to do this stuff is to kind of go out there and just try it out. And remember, you know, I'm going to take a few pictures with all these lights off just so I can have something to show you guys. And happy shooting, and we'll see you next time.